Hey, welcome back, YouTube. Good afternoon. I just want to start out, thank everybody. That last video, I think we added 12 or 13 subscribers, and I really appreciate you guys helping me out with that. If you could, please keep doing that with this video. Hit like, hit subscribe, share with your friends. We're getting a little bit closer to 1,000 subscribers, which means someone's getting 1,000 XRP. And as you can see right now, that's worth about $1,020. So let's get to it. Let's go over a couple things with the SEC and a couple updates that I want to show you guys before the weekend. Let's hit it. All right, before we get started, I just noticed this. So if we look down here at this little hammer bar, the candle that closed, and then look what happened after, and look what just closed, hammer. And I think this might be pretty soon. We're going to see that like $1.45, $1.50 range. Don't quote me, but personally, I think it's happening. All right, so let's get into this. All right, guys, so the first thing I want to cover today is some SEC updates regarding XRP. So this is going to kind of play into the next thing I'm going to show you, but basically what happened is Ripple's request to have all these SEC documents revealed was approved, and the SEC's been trying to hide these. And the reason they've been trying to hide these is because what I'm going to show you. I'm just going to read a little bit here. All right, so the hearing showed that the case of the San Francisco fintech was based on an illogical premise. It alleged that XRP, the digital currency that Ripple uses for cross-border payments, has been an unregistered security since 2013, and that the SEC was just getting around to saying so on the last day of Clayton's tenure. Because if you remember, he initiated this lawsuit the day before he left his position, which is pretty shady in and of itself. And that Ripple and his two top executives named in the suit should have known this all along, even though the agency never did. So the hearing detailed the many vague, contradictory statements regulators made on cryptocurrency over the years. In 2018, Clayton told CNBC that Bitcoin is not a security. Hinman gave widely covered speech which laid out how Ether was not a security, despite debuting an initial coin offering in 2014. With XRP, they said its status had not been determined. Trading platforms asked the SEC if XRP is a security before listing the token, and the agency refused to clarify. When asked whether XRP was a security, the then chairman of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, Heath Tarbert, in 2020 declared, "It's unclear, stay tuned." So basically what they're getting at, if these regulators were honest, they would admit that nothing in the 1933 Securities Act refers to cryptocurrency. Obviously, it hasn't been around that long. Instead, the SEC made an unfounded determination with no warning or process. So this is where we get back to the important part that the judge is ruling. Ripple requested the internal documentation to explain how and why the SEC arrived at their pronouncements, as well as silence on these various coins. The SEC responded that nothing that was ever said by Clayton or Hinman or any SEC official about Bitcoin or Ethereum was an official determination on whether they are securities. It appears that NetBurn is not buying SEC's argument that their many statements were not material. If you're an SEC official and you're saying these in a public forum, that should be a material statement that you're making. So she told SEC her understanding of XRP, not only does it have a currency value, but it has a utility, and that utility distinguishes it from Bitcoin and Ethereum. This rejects the SEC's story that XRP had never had utility. So here's the really cool part. NetBurn ordered the SEC to produce all communications related to XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum where a third party was involved, like an exchange requesting clarification. And any formal internal documents, so emails back and forth, anything like that, expressing the agency's interpretation or views on cryptocurrency, and to deliver them all to Ripple. And so here's where it gets pretty sweet, because this is what Ripple's doing. So here's why this is so important. So now that Ripple has all this documentation, this is what their attorneys are doing. They're going to comb through all these internal emails, all these official documents, everything, to look for a specific little gem. So what they're looking for is before the ruling, Garlinghouse counsel Matthew Solomon, the attorney, argued that should the defendants find information suggesting the SEC thinks or thought that XRP was similar to Bitcoin or Ethereum, it would be game over for the whole case. So all they have to do in any of these emails, official documents, anything, is find any kind of like correspondence between officials that they thought XRP was similar to Bitcoin or Ethereum, since they'd already said that Bitcoin and Ethereum were not securities. So if they can find that, this is all done. XRP is probably going to pop, with like all this kind of news. It's going to go crazy, which brings me to my next point. I think in conjunction with some kind of ruling like this, case dismissal, or the relisting on major exchanges. So I know I talk about CryptoWZRD all the time, but what he did, if you're not following him on Twitter, please go follow. If you're interested in their Discord, follow the link in my description and hit me up on Instagram. That's also in there, and I'll try to give you a discount code. So what they did was created this. So this is to notify you as soon as XRP is listed on any of these exchanges. I already put my email address in. You can see it's just xrprelist.com. If you're interested, I highly suggest you go throw your email in there. So once it's listed on any of these, you'll get an email notifying you. So as soon as this happens, I think it's just going to pop off. It's going to go crazy. I think that's where we're going to see that $1.40, $1.50, maybe up to $2, with all this kind of news, all these fundamentals coming in. So that's my opinion. I think it's going to be sooner than later. And then lastly, I just want to close with a quick video clip from Brad Garlinghouse talking about the energy consumption involved with Bitcoin. With everything trying to go green, I think it's going to be really hard for people to argue that Bitcoin is a liable or viable option when you look at how much energy it consumes. And as the price goes up, the energy consumption increases. So I'm just going to show you a quick little clip from this. Turn my camera up.
The price of Bitcoin goes up, the energy consumption and the carbon footprint of a proof of work, that mining that happens to validate transactions, that continues to scale aggressively also. And I think we can't lose sight of the fact that one Bitcoin transaction is the equivalent of about 75 gallons of gasoline being burned.
So that's crazy. When you look at the amount of energy it takes for one Bitcoin transaction, 75 gallons of gas, I don't think that legislators are going to allow that. But there is one thing I know of that doesn't use that much energy, and I think you guys all know what it is too. XRP, it is a standard. I can't wait to see what happens in the next few weeks and months. And I mean, this bull run is probably going to last through 2022. I can't wait. Hope you guys follow along. Please hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.